I need it.
Daddy know like, yeah, that's a grand. We don't care about what they say. It's really up, then we gon' blame. Said she see me in her drink. She wanna go out, let's go have a drink. I told her that I only sip on lean. She said, what do that mean? That mean I only sip on lean.
I need it, Cowboy Nation.
She know a nigga getting crazy.
I need it.
Your ass get left on the pavement. Pay him new with my payment. I heard you wrote a statement. Acting like you don't know that shit blatant. Hold on, nigga, wait. That's your nigga ain't. You look like an ass. Me not come up for his height. I don't know why they is. I'm tired of giving favors. I pick a who got favors. We used to be the takers. Then we pull up hand out paper. You better pay your respect. He ain't know his bitch was giving nigga. That ain't nothing new. Nigga just look at her. She a matter. He a whack a do. Look like he don't know what to do. You make me uncomfortable. Don't rub off all that stupid. That's for you.
Boy. All right. Man, oh man, oh man. Let's just jump right into it, man. Commercials just popping in left and right. Let's just jump right into it, man. I was trying to hold off on coming online. I was trying my best not to come on here because we have so many trolls, but I guess if you want to call it a bright spot, the bright spot is Philadelphia is getting their butt whooped. So I don't know which one is the worst between the Cowboys losing to the Green Bay Packers. But we did put up a fight at the end. We did try to put some points up on the board to try to come back. I tell you what, man. Let's just let's hear it just like this. Let's hear it like this first. This is where I want to go with it. It's funny now. Nothing want to really pop up. The Cowboys got their butt whooped. Oh man, are you serious? The Cowboys got their butt whooped, man. And it's not even. We got everybody doing the crip walks and stuff, man. I don't really want to see any of that stuff. Although it's cool, but I don't want to see none of that stuff. I want to get down to the nitty gritty of this whole thing, man. The nitty gritty of this whole thing. And let's just sum it up like this. I mean, I can't really find what I'm looking for. Let's just sum it up like this. Here we go. Michael Irvin blew up. Skip Bayless blew up, of course. Now, Skip Bayless just go overboard. But what I'd like to see is how Michael Irvin sets the tone on this whole thing. So let's hear what took place on Undisputed today. Here we go.
Yeah, easy for you to say, Wayne. It's a great morning for you because you sat right here at this desk on Friday and you all were guaranteed your Packers would win easily at my Cowboys. And you were so right. And I was so wrong to even remotely trust Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott as 7.5-point favorites at Jerry World, where they had only won 16 straight games. Yesterday, the Dallas Cowboys got exposed as gutless, heartless, leaderless playoff frauds. Frauds. That was by far the most shocking and devastating and humiliating playoff loss in Dallas Cowboy history. My lowest moment ever as a lifelong diehard Cowboy fan. Not your typical fall on your face. This was all time.
All time.
All my Cowboy gear in the trash last night, and it will
I can't do that. I can't go there.
Mike
I ain't
McCarthy
going there.
has to go today.
He does that
This
every year,
replacement
but I
has to
can't
be,
throw
to
my
me, Jim
Cowboy gear in the
Harbaugh,
trash. I
not
ain't,
Bill
I ain't
Belichick. We'll
doing
get
that.
into that in just a few minutes. And there is no way Dak Prescott deserves a big contract extension now. Not after throwing 2 first-half interceptions, one
We'll
of
get
them
into that in a
6,
minute too.
that led to Green Bay 27-0 before halftime. Before halftime. Not after Dak Prescott got into it early with CD and somehow made him mad.
That's
I
an
didn't see
issue.
that
We got to
coming.
talk about that too.
Jordan Love is so much better than Dak. I'd love to see if Trey Lance can turn into Jordan Love. Now, would you believe, I hope defensive coordinator Dan Quinn gets a head coaching job. Now I'm not so sure he will, because how do you sell 27-0? How do you sell 48-16 with 6 minutes left in the game?
Let's
Michael
get to it.
Parsons,
Let's hear Michael
so
Irvin.
overrated. He had
Let's get to Michael Irvin.
the worst pass rush game.
Let's get to Irvin.
Defending their home turf this weekend. Houston said to Cleveland, who everybody had favored, not in our house.
Not in our house.
Not on our watch.
Nope.
Not in our city. Kansas City stood up and said, I know what we went through all year, but not in our house.
Not in our house.
We're not dropping one pass, not in our city,
Nope.
not on our watch. Detroit, who a lot of people had the Rams, including me, going in and beating Detroit. They said, not in our house,
No.
not on our watch, not in our city.
Reach.
And then Dallas, the most recognizable. The best franchise in the world, the most valuable franchise in the world. And I get a head coach that says, we were not ready to play. Unacceptable. At that place, at that moment, right then, right there. Say we were not ready to play is unacceptable. You cannot say, how are you not ready to play in this game with everything on the line? You got home field advantage. You won 16 straight games at home, and you show up and do that. That was all out coaching. Started out with getting offsides that turns into a touchdown. Now, we could have had a field goal, stop to a field goal, but it turns into a touchdown. You come back on a special team blunder, we get a pass interference with a fair catch. It's like, then we catch a punt in the 5 or 6 yard line. What is going on?
What is that?
All of this is discipline stuff. All of this says you're not ready to play a football game that there's nowhere in the world you should not have been ready to play. That's why this is so disappointing. To go in there, and I told you guys, I said, I'm worried about this. If this team jumps out early, it's Armageddon.
You
and
said
that's
that.
exactly what happened.
was
Once they
Armageddon.
jumped out, they turned around and handed that ball off, and there was nothing you can do. What irks me to death, I can take you losing a game. I cannot take you have 3 people in the National Football League. I mean, I didn't see anybody around these 3 guys. Musgrave down the sideline. There was nobody in sight. It's like everybody left the field. It was. You see Dobbs running wide open. These are design plays that they have studied your defense and come up with and dominated. They hit those areas and they dominated. And there was no answer for anything. When they ran the football, Skip, there were gaping holes. These were
Football
not somebody
IQ.
squeezed through, somebody
Football
ran
IQ.
over somebody and made hard yards. There were gaping holes.
Buffalo all over.
It was, and then I walked away saying, there's no way you retool. There's no way you do this again. There's no way you do this again. There's something has to happen here. I can't believe that the Dallas Cowboys took that game and played that way at that time. That's unacceptable.
All right, man.
All right, hey, did you hear that scientists...
Listen, man. I've been saying this for a long time. And I don't know whether certain people hear my podcast or not, but I've been saying this a long time about these Dallas Cowboys, man. Deion Sanders has said it. Warren Sapp has said it. Marshall Faulk said it. Michael Irvin said it. Emmett always says it. And I've been saying the same thing over and over again. We don't have dogs, man. Yet again, here's another opportunity when the Cowboys got punched in the mouth and had no answer. They got punched in the mouth 21 times and had no answer. And we're talking about now the defense. Enough of the talking, enough of the pointing the finger at the refs, enough at the he pinched me in the ass, and enough of all that, man. Can you play some football? At the end of the day, can you play some football? And I'm not worried about stats. I'm not worried about how many sacks you got. I ain't worried about how many yards that you. I don't even care about you breaking the rushing title. I don't care about any of that. I don't care about how many quarterback ratings that you got. I don't care about any of that. I don't care about none of that. All us Cowboy fans, we talk about us true Cowboy fans, diehard Cowboys fan that came up during the hat era. A lot of y'all don't even know what the hat era is. But came up during the hat era into the 90s with the Johnson era. Hat era is Tom Landry, for those that rode the short bus. But we came up through that era, those eras, knowing that we had some dogs, man. We had some dogs back then. This is what Michael Irvin is alluding to. This is what he's alluding to, man. He's alluding to, we came up in the era where we had some dogs. We knew that when our back was against the wall, when we put our backs together, it ain't no team that's going to beat us. And yeah, you may know the routes that we going to run. Yeah, you may know the schemes that we're going to thrive in. But at the end of the day, you can't stop it. Enough of the Michael Parsons and all that come talking about, they are LTs. I'm in a class. You ain't nowhere near in a class of LT. Nowhere near. Jordan Love should have been on his back several times in the game. He should have been uncomfortable the entire game. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable performance. Unbelievable performance. We got a head coach that gambles and loses. Every time he gambles, he loses. If you're going to set the tone for the game, I don't want my defense on the football field. I want my offense on the football field to score a touchdown first. That's numero uno. Score a touchdown first. Put them on their heels off the break. I don't want my defense out there first. I don't. Not this defense. Not this defense. I don't want this defense out there. Now, if you had Jimmy Johnson defense, if you had, Randy White, Ed Too Tall Jones, Harvey Martin, and them boys, if you had them out there, Tony Tolbert and them, man, if you had them out there, I'm good. I'm good. Even with Big Cat Leon Lett, if I put that defense out there, put that defense with Ken Norton Jr. and Leon Lett, Tony Tolbert, Tony Casillas, and also Jeff Jeffcoat and them boys, put them out there. I'm good with that. Darren Woodson in the backfield. You can have Michael Downs in the backfield. You know, you got Preston Pearson them and the Boom Boys in the backfield. I'm good with that, man. Everson Walls. I'm good with that. These boys right here, man, they ain't dogs. I don't know where they got them from. Don't look, wherever you got them from, don't look there again to get no more players. That's my mentality. Don't look there again to get no more players. We need some players that's dogs, man. Now, enough of that with the players. That's dogs. Skip Bayless alluded to Dak Prescott's future. I'm not throwing in the towel on Dak Prescott. No. Because any quarterback that you place in that particular game would have came out running for his life. Because the defense allowed the Packers offense to set the tone for the game. When you are down 14 points, when you're down 21 points, when you're down almost 36 points in a game, there's very few quarterbacks that's going to come out of that situation to win the game. Very few. That San Diego Chargers game was a fluke game. Very few. Very few is going to do that. They put Dak Prescott in a no-win-lose situation off the gate. That starts with the head coach. Dan Quinn looking to go wherever he wants to go. Please go. Because you've done this 3 times, bro. 3 times you've done that. Time for you to go. Time for you to go. Because when it really matters, we need a defensive coordinator that's going to shut it down. See, people can say what they want to say about Ray Lewis. I put LT number 1, Ray Lewis 2. But the two of these guys, both of them, game changers. If you're not a game changer, you're a team changer. And that's what Michael Parsons said when was asked a question about Dan Quinn going to Seattle. I don't know. I might be going with him. Don't rule that out. Really? Man, we bleed blue over here. It's Cowboys. And nobody on the team is repping like this dude right here. That's the reason why I wear this jersey. I wear 94. DeMarcus Ware. I wear this jersey because he was a dog. And the Cowboys do something that they always do. They let the player go that they know they need to help them win. They let him go. Just like they let Ezekiel Elliott go. Our red zone threat, when it really mattered throughout the entire season, has been suspect. Why? Because you let Ezekiel Elliott go. We had 2 particular weeks where Tony Pollard was on the 1-yard line and couldn't get in the end zone. Twice. One of the times he fumbled. Have you ever seen when the last time you heard Ezekiel Elliott fumbling on a 1-yard line? Fumbling on the 1-yard line? No, we in the end zone. The only thing he fumbled was getting into the kettle to represent Salvation Army. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm not going to get on here and cry and rant and all that. I'm ticked off, man. I'm just ticked off because This is the stage was set. Everything that you could ask for and cry over, you got it. We're going to put it right in your lap. And it was something that was telling me it was going to be too good to be true when they woke up, because this is what the Cowboys do. When moments get too high for them, this particular team, these players, when the moment get too high for them, look, I know a lot of people say, and well, when it comes to this particular coach, I will agree that you got to get your players ready to play, man. And this is something that you detect before it's time to come through that tunnel. You got to detect that then. Well, I think we'll be all right. I think, no, we're not going to be all right. No, we're not going to be all right. That needs to be corrected. We need a coach that's going to get, and I don't mind Deion Sanders. Deion going to get in your grill when you do something wrong. Deion going to leave paying attention to the game. For instance, 54. I mean, I'm so ticked with this dude, man, that I can't even remember his name. 54 is all I can know his number. 54. He does something stupid every game. Every game he does something stupid. Every game. Once again, on special teams, he does something stupid. Every time. Why are you even close to the kicker? Why? What are you going to do? Why are you even close? He called fair catch, you in his grill. Penalty. You hitting the punters left and right. Penalty. You late hitting the quarterbacks. Penalty. I mean, this dude is a penalty machine. He's a penalty machine. The Cowboys got a lot of work, man, they got to do. They got to clean house, man. Clean house. First thing is first, get us a damn running back. Get us a running back, bona fide running back, and then stop letting our players go. Because we needed Martavis Bryant this game. And the Cowboys were so stupid, they let him go. And I sat right there and said that they're going to need Martavis Bryant. I'm not a coach, but I play football. I know X's and O's. I know the game. And anybody can tell you, if you're putting out there in the media every day, all day, that Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb is a hell of a tandem. You ain't mentioned nobody else. Okay, put them to the side. It's the same thing that they said about Tonga Valor and Tyreek Hill. It's the same thing. Oh, Tyreek Hill, well, stop Tyreek Hill, and Tonga Valor is a target. Well, guess what? Stop CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott is a target. Because why? He don't have nobody else to throw. Well, all you got to do is just press the other receivers. Press the other receivers, and they too small to drop the ball. They too small to drop the ball. They not picking up anything. They not doing nothing. These receivers are too small, man, to catch the ball. Especially, now this, let me tell you, it's okay to have these kind of receivers during the regular season. It's okay. It's good. Perfect. And if y'all want to be stats people during the regular season, that's cool. You can go in and have that. But it's 28 years for us that we ain't had to go with bling and we ain't had no Super Bowl. 28 years. You do the math. Thank you, RG3. And thank you, Richard Sherman, because you know what? I don't even really rock with that dude. But the dude was on point. He been saying it for the longest. And you know what? I got to agree. I got to agree. You don't have dogs when it really matters. Anybody can go through the regular season and buff and woof and holler and make noise. Everybody can do that. But when it comes down to it, where it really matters, you need dogs that's going to stand up in pivotal times in the playoffs to get to said destination called Super Bowl. Or better yet, forget the Super Bowl for the time being. Just give yourself a chance at the NFC Conference Championship. Give yourself a chance. You're not even giving yourself a chance to do that because guess what? You don't have dogs, and whoever is picking these players, stop picking us players just to represent the regular season, but when the playoffs come, they disappear. We don't need them kind of players. Now, let's get to another issue. The other issue is the coaches. I've been talking about these guys for the longest. Everybody is in love with our secondary. Just because Bland got eight or nine interceptions, whatever the case may be, and probably 7 to 8 pick sixes, and that's all fine. That's all dandy. But look, bruh, when it really matters, What you gonna do when they come for you? And guess what? They came for you. They've been coming for you. They've been targeting you. Let's just see if he's a Allen, like my boy Revis. Let's see if you are Revis Allen. Let's see if you are Sherman Williams. Let's see if you are Peterson, Patrick Peterson. Let's see if you are any of these guys. You're not. You're not. You're not, because dogs stand up. Dogs welcome the opportunity. I looked at a game all week. I looked at a game all day that day. I looked at the game again. And I've seen